but just in the interest of everybody's time, why don't we go ahead and get started? So first and foremost, everyone, thanks for joining today. You were all on mute and your cameras are turned off. We want to get through the presentation, but I don't want to take up a lot of your time. If you do have questions as we go through this, Laura is going to be assembling an FAQ for us. So please send her a note with your questions. You could probably, the easiest thing to do would be to reach out in Teams. You'll see her name there. It's Laura Foy if you haven't interacted with her already. So please do that, and we'll get that distributed out to you once we have our final meeting, probably tomorrow. So before we go ahead and jump in, if you've heard of Sales Enablement, we're actually changing the name with the help of Laura and Richard. They came up with the name SCORE. So now we're SCORE with Sales Enablement. And so if you're not familiar with Sales Enablement, let me just tell you a little bit about it. We started this journey probably about 18 months ago, Rick and I asking ourselves, how can we have better service to the origination team? And trying to figure out, what are the tasks that, we could take away from them that's going to also help them generate new business. And so we're going to get into a lot more detail about that. But the reason I wanted to give you that little taste about what Sales Enablement does, meaning lots of follow-up for you, and interaction with your borrowers and referral partners, is because the first thing that I want to do is I want you to hear from your peers. I want you to hear from other originators what they are saying about the Sales Enablement Team Now SCORE program. We've been running it since July, and in the last 5 months, we've had 90 originators on it. So I'm going to go ahead and advance the slide, and I'm going to play that video, and so you can hear from your peers what they're saying about the Sales Enablement Team.
Hey everybody, Gianni Saratani here, aka your mortgage godfather.
Hi, it's Don Palestini.
Hey everyone, this is John Trauma from the Melville branch.
Hey guys, Mortgage Mark. I would like to give a strong, mad shout out to my boy, Dana Ventura and the Sales Enablement Team.
I wanted to let you guys know you did it right. Hiring Dana and Robert and his group, doing the Sales Enablement Team has been a huge success.
They have been a tremendous addition to my business model.
I have successfully been able to reconnect with many of my previous clients.
It's been a great experience thus far, between setting up anniversary calls with past funded clients, which leads to having conversations that I probably wouldn't have had otherwise.
I've just recently started to use them, and appointments have been set.
It's led to additional referrals of their friends and family.
Let me tell you guys, we use them a ton. They are awesome, they are wonderful, they're magnificent.
Pumped up my pipeline with refinances from some of the campaigns we've done from our existing database.
But we've been doing a lot of events lately, like where the realtors come in, and we've done some continuing ed stuff. He's helped us call those folks for RSVPs. Whether we know them or not, we've just given them the database and they go to it and they represent us really, really well.
When you come in the morning and you already have appointments put on your calendar, it's pretty cool.
Much better than it has ever been with the lead gen model. They keep it easy, they're flexible, they do pretty much whatever they can do to accommodate and bend over backwards for what our clients and our agents and our partners need.
It's been a great little added bonus that I can use when I'm trying to attract realtor teams that do a lot of leads but don't convert.
They do a fabulous job of live transfers, like screening calls that come in. We've used them for just cold leads, like for realtors working with Zillow or something, they'll call in. They just, again, guys, I'm telling you, they do a great job.
Not only is it powerful for us as mortgage loan officers, but you don't have another lender out there that's doing this.
And it's a service that I can pretty much assure you that no other banks are offering.
I resisted this initially. It's like, dude, we can do like annual reviews for you. I'm like, dude, rates are 5.5%. We don't need an annual review. We've done it. I hate to tell you guys, first of all, they do a great job of setting the appointments, but secondly, it actually works. Like when I get these people on the phone call, I'm not necessarily refinancing them or doing something, although that has happened. But a lot of times I'm just making sure I'm asking, hey, is there anybody in your world that needs help with a mortgage?
Don't miss out on the opportunity. They are worth the money. Trust me when I tell you, it is definitely worth the price of admission.
You could really dig deep, and it is customized. Dana and his team, they meet with you, they meet with the realtor and get on the line and figure out the message that they want to convey. And, again, trying to remain top of mind.
So I've actually gotten a lot of what we call, CCRs, current client referrals. So in this case, this is PCRs, past client referrals. So if you guys aren't doing the in-door reviews, you should.
I see where the future can go, and I'm definitely excited for Homebridge.
It's a great service.
But look, for an extra deal or two a month, guys, it pays off. So I highly recommend the sales enablement team.
If you're not using them, you are missing out on an unbelievable opportunity to expand your team without having to spend a lot of money, and also offer tremendous benefit to your referral partnership. So I highly recommend them. Go check them out.
Can't thank them enough. Great job, guys, getting this group on board. I think this is what Homebridge really needs to take us into the next level.
It can be what sets you apart from the rest of your competition.
But they're awesome, they're great. Good luck. Call me if you need me. Bye.
So, as I said earlier, we started this journey a while ago, about 18 months ago. We launched the service to 30 loan officers in July. We serviced them throughout the rest of the year. We grew to 90, tripled the size of this in January. And we did so with an objective to give you time back in your day and to use that time to help grow your business. And there are two specific things that are really, your highest and best use. Developing sticky relationships with your borrowers, right? Spending more high quality time with them. And we're going to talk in ways later on about how we help you do that. And then the other thing is spending time with your existing referral partners. Not only the existing referral partners, we're going to talk not only about how we can engage deeper with those existing relationships, but how you can go and use us as a strategic differentiator to get new relationships, right? So the next question you may be asking yourself is, how do we do this, right? It's really simple. We have campaigns that enable us to follow up for you, and we're going to go into detail in a lot of these campaigns. Dana's going to talk in a minute, but there are pre-qual campaigns. There are, and through annual loan checkups that you heard Mark talk about. We may do, campaigns from on your realtors, folks that attended an open house over the weekend. Right? Throughout, the common theme of all those campaigns is a very prescriptive vetting process, such that when you get on the phone, either an appointment or a live transfer, and we'll talk about both of these and demonstrate both of these in a little bit, this is a vetted lead, or as Dana calls it, the silver platter opportunities, right? And so, following on, what's the next logical question? Okay, so how have you done so far, right? So, as I said, let's put these numbers in context. I'll just refresh it. We started in July. We really started in earnest, last summer in August with 30 loan officers, because July was a transition month, getting everybody up to speed and trained and onboarded. And so from August throughout the rest of the year, we served those 30 loan officers. And we did that as a pilot, right? That was phase one of the pilot. We wanted to prove that the economics would hold, that this is going to add value to you as a service. And it did. We had about a 300% return on investment. So now fast forward in about November, we said, let's open this up. And how much are we going to scale this? And so we said, well, phase two of the pilot, let's make sure that we can triple the size of this and that the economics still hold. And so we've been doing this for the last 5 months with 90 loan officers. Again, we probably got started in earnest in about February, because there's that transition month again to bring those 60 loan officers on. And so what have we done? Those opportunities that we've handed off, those highly vetted opportunities, those highly vetted borrowers, vetted from all the questions a non-licensed person can ask, as well as credit information. And Dana's going to go into detail on this in a little bit. We've taken about a 50% conversion rate in applications and funded over $324 million. So I hope you look at that and see value in that. And what I want to do now is show you how we interact. I'm going to have Dana show you how we interact. And we're going to go through 2 sections here. Dana's going to present to you what your calendar is going to look like, how you're going to interact with us. So the calendar is how you're going to get live appointments from us. Sorry. Then Dana is going to talk through the live transfer process, right? Because speaking to somebody live is always best, and then setting appointments work as well. The next thing Dana is going to do is show you the tools that we are going to have available, and some that we have today, for your realtor partners. And these tools are to help you make that relationship stickier. So imagine deploying a set of tools nobody else has to your realtor referral partners, and then going out to earn the business of new partners with a set of tools that nobody has. So Dana, I'm going to switch slides here. I want you to talk about the appointment setting process.
Sure. So thank you, Devin. I appreciate that. So team, this is an example of what your day would look like. You come in the morning and you can get a sense of what's all teed up for you, all quality conversations that we've set up. So I blocked out those sections because that's probably personal appointments for you. I just wanted you to highlight the colored ones. And to give you some examples, some could be annual mortgage reviews, some could be a check-in with a referral partner. Many of you have a core group of referral partners you work with on a daily basis. Say you have 100 in your total universe, maybe you work with 5. We can set up touch base calls, whether it's monthly, every other month, with the rest of them, so you can kind of keep top of mind, remind them who you are, talk about new products and offerings. So these are just one of the things we can do as well. There's another one there, pre-qual update. So we would do a pre-qual follow-up for you, to Devin's point. We make those calls typically on a weekly basis, just touching base, reminding them who you are, asking how the home shopping experience is going, seeing if they have questions. And then ultimately on day 85, we book an appointment for you to reissue a new pre-qual. In this market, that's happening quite frequently because most people they're having a hard time getting the deal done in the house, as I'm sure you're all aware. There's also other things that I want to talk to you that on the next slide, I think this is just to give you an idea what it looks like. Most of you should have received a text message already. If not, it may be going out now, I'm not sure. But this is what it looks like when you get an actual live transfer, a vetted consumer. When you get this pop up on your screen, that means we've spoken to a consumer that came through the main Homebridge website or filled out one of our forms on the main website, and we've taken them through a very specific vetting process. To Devin's point, we ask them multiple questions to make sure that there's definitely eligibility and that they're in the market today for you. So it's a silver platter opportunity is what we like to call them. So as we validate the consumer's information in the form, we tab through the address. Our system will run what we call a scrub on that consumer, which will give us back a credit range within 20 points. It will also give us their mortgage and credit card histories and balances. So it really gives us a good glimpse into their ability to transact or not. We continue on with additional questions. We'll ask about their employment. How long have they been in their current role? Is there a co-borrower? Is there anything that could possibly impede their ability to transact? Is there a bankruptcy? If so, when was it discharged? Judgments, surcharges, things of that nature that would be obstacles for you. Once we get through that process, the system will automatically reach out to 10 loan officers at a time that meet state licensing, right? So this would go out to that 10. The first one to click on the button wins. The next screen you'll see says that you're in queue for the live transfer, right? So then you get the call will ring, your phone will ring rather, with a specific number, which we'll provide for you. The agent will do a warm introduction to the consumer. And while that's happening in the back end, we're sending the email with all the Q&A we've already taken. So you have as much information as you need to do a fair presentation to that consumer. So that's that process. Devin, would you skip to the next slide for me, please? Perfect. Okay, so the process I just outlined is the silver platter prospects that we were just talking about. Again, highly screened, vetted consumers in the market, ready to transact. So they're calls you definitely want. I want to talk a little bit about, Devin talked about how we support you with the pre-qual follow-up, with the open house follow-up, things like that we can do for you and your referral partners. But I really want to spend a minute on the referral partners for a second, if I could. So there's a list of campaigns that we do specifically for them. We can actually do annual mortgage reviews for the referral partners. So it can be a joint call, or it can be just the referral partner, as we do as a courtesy for them. I have some loan officers doing it. It depends on their workflow, what they prefer to do and what the realtor wants, to be quite honest with you. So for the realtor, it's just an annual check-in with their existing database. But the concept, if they'll do a joint review with you, which some of them are doing, which is actually working out really well, you can do a dual presentation to the consumer. The referral partner can talk about market trends and things of that nature, and you get to talk about finance and are they in the best possible financial position? And again, before you let them off the phone, of course, you're asking for referrals. So these are great calls to do, and it exposes you to an entirely new group of people that you have never spoken to before. So it's a great opportunity. Also, for the referral partner, I'm just going to run down a list of a few campaigns that bring a lot of value. The screening that we do on the silver platter leads, we can do the exact same thing for the referral partners. So some of you may have co-branding agreements with them, where you're doing Zillow or Facebook, or maybe they're doing it themselves. We can be first point of contact on those. The important part is that our center is geared to call these within 3 minutes of them hitting the submit button, and then we run them through the same vetting process. In my experience, the referral partners are not fond of these particular leads, and I know a lot of our loan officers aren't either, because they're very difficult to get on the phone. So our team is here smiling and dialing at light speed to get these things through the process, and then either on the phone with you or directly to your referral partner, again, however you set up the workflow. This is completely customizable. Lead follow-up. This is another real big one in this market. So your referral partner shows homes to people all the time. They don't always transact. They kind of fall off the radar. The same as your pre-quals, right? So we do it similar to that same model. We touch base with those consumers. Typically, a referral partner will give me their last 12 months of those consumers. We'll call them, re-engage, and get them appointments with the realtors, and they really, really love that one. I do want to talk a minute about open house follow-up. There's a tool that we have that we want to provide to you that you can bring to your referral partners at no charge, of course. And so the open house follow-up is it's a real basic call. They typically will send us either via Zapier connection or an export from their database Sunday evenings or Monday mornings. We make the calls. Hey, Mr. Customer, we see you were at ABC Street with our referral partner, Devin Daly. Do you have any questions about the property? How long have you been in the market? Things of that nature. What's your timeline? And we try to get them re-engaged with that referral partner. Again, the referral partners don't typically like to make these calls, and if they do, they're sporadic. They don't usually call them all. So we really are a big help, and they really appreciate the fact that we're doing that for them. Devin, if you could jump to the next slide for me, I want to just share. This is the actual tool for the open houses. So if they engage and use this with us, it'd be co-branded, just like you see here. It's 4 fields. As the consumer enters the open house, they put in their information. And when they hit register, the same scrub that I was talking about initially when we're doing the prospect vetting happens here in the background. The consumer never knows that it's happening. And then the next slide shows exactly what your referral partner sees. So as you can see here, you have groups of people coming in into the open house. The referral partner, they're rated 1, 2, or 3. A 1 means a consumer looks really good to transact. 2 means they look pretty good but could have a hiccup, and 3, they're probably not going to get a loan today. So your referral partner can know exactly who they should give a VIP tour to through the house and who they should probably hide the cookies from and kind of get them in and out as quick as they can. The same tool can be used at their desk. So I'll give you an example. A consumer calls in, says, hey, I want to see 123 Maple Street. Your referral partner says, no problem. Let me just take your information, put you into my system. As they do that, the scrub runs, they get their text message. And if it's a 1 or a 2, they're probably going to take that consumer on to the appointment. If it's a 3, they can simply use their get out of jail free card and say, hey, my workflow is that you speak to my loan officer, Devin Daly, first. He's going to get you pre-qualified, and then I'm happy to show you the property. So it's a very useful time-saving tool for the realtor. And the real perk to you guys is you get everybody there engaged with, every single person that goes to the open houses or they speak to during the week that want to see listings, instead of just the referrals that they send over for pre-quals. So you're harvesting all of this data of people who are in the market, which is a great tool for us to expand our network, right? The perk is also, just so you know, it live posts right into our CRM and into your referral partners if they have a CRM available. So this is, again, a game changer tool that we're bringing to market for you guys. This month, it's going to be beta tested with a group of loan officers who are part of the program. And we're all super excited about this one. Devin, that's pretty much at a high level. I just want to add one more thing before I let you go. Each one of you that opt into the program will have a detailed one-on-one call with my team so we can make sure we customize all the workflows and exactly how your business is run. We want to make sure we were in lockstep with you for that. Another quick point is when you're doing these referral partner conversations, my team is happy to be on those calls with you to talk through exactly what we do and how we set up the referral partners. I do not expect any of you to be able to go out there and present the services and the tools. We're happy to support you with that. And that's my part, Devin. You are back.
Great, Dana, thanks. So I think we saw what, tying this back to our objectives, the tools that face you. You're going to receive appointments and live transfers of highly vetted, Dana's term, silver platter prospects. So you get to spend more time with those borrowers because we've already weeded out the folks who aren't ready for you just yet. And then in terms of growing your business with the referral partners, Dana talked about services that you can now turn and offer to your existing relationships and new relationships. So now you can, get all that data from your referral partners, and with good reason, to help them, those referral partners, vet those prospects themselves and follow up with them. Something we know they don't like to do. As Dana said, they do it sporadically. The other tool that you'll be able to have is that scoring mechanism. So as you think about these things and you think about making a potential transition to leveraging SCORE, the sales enablement team, it's an investment. It's an investment for your business. It's an investment in yourself. And so what is that investment specifically? The investment is $1,000 a month, but 25% of that is covered by Homebridge. So when you look at that, about one loan a month covers 4 months of service. So it's pretty significant. So here's a couple of things that I want you to think about, right? I asked you, if you have questions, jot them down, send them to Laura Foy, because we know this is a transition and it's got to fit your business model, right? For you to engage in this. So we're going to send those FAQs out because there's probably questions that, you didn't think of in addition to the ones that you did, and we'll send that FAQ out to you. If you are interested and want to sign up, let's talk about timing. We are going to start this process, the registration process now. We are going to terminate the process on July 1, because during the month of July, it's again that transition month where we'll bring you on board, we'll train you, we'll work with your databases. As Dana said, he's going to meet with you one-on-one and understand what your current business model is so that we can best engage with you, right? And then the $750 a month would start in August, right? So you've got time to meet with Dana, to prepare, to bring this as a service to your referral partners, and to start, extolling the virtues of this process to potentially new relationships, right? So reach out to Laura Foy, again, with questions, but also reach out to Laura, if you want to sign up for the program. And just know that we are now, as I mentioned to you, we went from 30, we tripled to 90. We want to make sure that the economics hold. So we are going to now double the service. We're going to open this up to 180 folks, right? And registration is going to end on July. So I just wanted to give you, that timing. So one last thing before we go, Rick wasn't able to be here today, so I do have a recorded message from him, and I'll play that now.
Good afternoon, team. First of all, I want to thank you for participating in today's SCORE's presentation. I want you to make sure that you reflect on all the things that you've learned today about how SCORE can be an extension of you and your team. While you're working on your daily activities, let SCORE be working for you. Also, think about this. Closing one additional loan a month more than pays for itself with the SCORE program. There's so many components of SCORE that you need to be utilizing. Also, the figure leads that we're getting, you can't have access to those unless you participate in the SCORE program. So I want you to keep that in mind. Also, make sure that you have a plan. During these times that we're in now, we need to keep our head up, laser focused, utilizing all the tools that you have at your disposal here at Homebridge. And SCORE is one of those. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to give me a call. There's a lot of raving fans out there that have participated during the test pilot program. So I challenge you to reach out to any of those if you have any questions, you want to talk to someone that's been utilizing the program. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's go win and let's go SCORE. Take care. Thank you.
I want to thank you all for attending today. And again, just to reemphasize, reach out to Laura with questions. We're going to send you a full FAQ. And then by 7/1, please reach out to Laura if you're interested in signing up for the SCORE service. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day. Go ahead.
Devin, Scott's on. Scott, did you have any closing comments you wanted to make?
Yeah, I do, Todd. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sure can.
You guys can hear me? Okay. So, unbelievable presentation, Dana, Devin. I'm so excited about this program. I see the value, and I hope everybody else does, guys. And to me, one of the biggest and best things, obviously, data is critical in today's business. Without data, right, we don't have anything, right? Every single customer, every potential customer, it's all a data point that we have to capture and we have to work. But I really love the opportunity for us to really help our real estate agents follow up on all their data. And I personally spoke with Gianni and Mark and my brother Zach, who was on those videos. And, they told me it's absolutely amazing what they're doing right now with the program. So, you know, these are 3 of the top loan officers in the company, and they are kicking ass and taking names, and they are capturing more leads and getting more deals than they have been able to do before. So, you know, my suggestion is everybody, and I don't know if Dana can handle it all, but I would say get your asses on board and sign up right away, so you don't miss the boat, because it's worth it. $750 a month. You close 3 deals a year, you're breaking even. So if you can close more than 3, it's a win-win. And I know it's a little outside the box of maybe the way you're used to doing business, but you got to try something new, guys. And I think this is something that we've been working on for a long time to get it right. And Dana and his team have done an of getting it right. So take advantage of it. That's all I got, Devin. Dana, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So send Lori your questions, and we look forward to your questions and to reaching back out to you. So thanks very much, everybody. Have a great day.
Take care, everybody.